In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly relieve pain and stiffness while turning your head towards one side. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if you're dealing with a lot of pain and stiffness while turning or tilting your head towards one side, there's a really good chance that it is coming from a strained and inflamed muscle in your neck. Which muscle? Well, that's the million-dollar question, but you're in luck because in this video, I'm going to show you how to target the main muscles that cause this issue. A quick note, each one of these exercises is going to target a different muscle in the neck. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. The first muscles that we're going to focus on are the Splenius group. These are long, broad-shaped muscles that run throughout your whole neck off to the side of the spine. And what they're responsible for is turning and tilting your head towards one side. So if they become strained, it's going to be very painful to turn your head. Here's a really easy way to release them standing or seated. What we're going to do is take two fingers on both hands, and just two fingers, and place them right on the back of our head. What we want to do first is just gently press our head straight backward like this until we feel a light activation of the muscles in the neck. Just a light activation of these muscles, and then we're going to hold that position. Now what we're going to do is take our fingers, hook the back of our head, and just pull our chin slowly towards our chest. Again, do this one slowly because you're going to feel a deep opening stretch in your neck. Once you feel a light, comfortable stretch, hold this for 20 seconds, release it, and then repeat this a couple more times. And with each repetition, build into it just a little bit more. So let's take this one to the next level and focus on opening up the neck a little bit more by doing some rotation or turning motions. So whatever side that you're having difficult turning towards, let's say it's our left side, what we're going to do is build back into our original stretch, but this time around I'm going to slowly turn my head towards that painful side. Only go to the point where it is a comfortable stretch. If you start to feel any pain or discomfort, you're going to back off slightly. And at that point, you're going to hold this for 5 seconds, release it. On the next repetition, you're going to build into it just a little bit more, because what you're going to notice is with each repetition, you'll get a little bit more pain-free range of motion to build into this. I always say it's like breaking through rust. So keep repeating this over and over again until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. And I would recommend going towards the right side also, just to make sure that we're loosening up everything on both sides. So another movement that you can do is a tilting motion, so taking your ear towards your shoulder. Let's build back into our original stretch and then just tilt our ear towards one side. I would give that a try on both the left and the right. What you're trying to do is find any position that feels like it's tight, achy, or maybe even painful. And at that point, keep building into that over and over again until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. So the next muscle that we're going to focus on is the big one, the Sternocleidomastoid, or the SCM, the main muscle in your neck that turns your head. So definitely don't skip this one. The SCM starts right at the base of the skull, runs across the side of your neck towards the top of your clavicle or your collarbone. So here's a really easy way to be able to stretch this muscle standing or seated. A quick note with the SCM, whatever side that you're having difficult turning towards, let's say it's your left side, it's the other side that is responsible. So if you can't turn your head towards the left, we need to focus on the right SCM and vice versa. So let's say that we can't turn our head towards the left. What we want to do is just slowly build into that movement as much as we can, but we're going to stop before the point of any pain or discomfort. You should just feel a light stretch in your neck at this point. What we're going to do is hold this position and now take the ear on the other side and just tilt our head off the other side's shoulder. I always tell everybody, treat this other shoulder like a cliff, and our head and ear just fall off of it just like this. At this point, you should feel a really deep stretch pretty much from the base of the skull working over the front of your neck right here towards the top of your collarbone. We want to hold this one comfortably for about 5 seconds. We're going to release it, and then what we're going to do is repeat this over and over again until it feels like it's loosened up or we're not getting any more improvement. So if you are having a very stubborn SCM that doesn't want to release, to take this one to the next level, what we can do is build back into that movement. We're going to hold that and now take the meaty portion of the other side's palm, and we're just going to press down right on our right collarbone. So if we're turning towards the left, we're going to press down on the top of our right collarbone straight towards the floor. Do this one slowly because it's going to really intensify that stretch. Again, hold that for about 5 seconds and then just keep repeating this over and over again until you're not getting any more improvement or everything feels nice and loose. And if you would like to take this one to even the next level, what you want to do is focus on a pinching self-massage. So what you can do is just turn your head towards the side right here. Let's get that deep stretch over the SCM. And what I'm going to do is just take my fingers and kind of pinch right into that muscle. If you're having difficulty finding it, just go right in front of a mirror. You should see it right here, just right off to the side of the neck. And you kind of just want to pinch onto that muscle and then just pull your fingers out like this. And just go over the whole length of the muscle, stopping over any spot that you feel is really tight and achy, and just repeat it over that spot again until everything is nice and loose. And for good measure, I would do this on the other side just to make sure both sides are kept nice and loose to get the most relief. Another important muscle group to focus on are the scalenes, which are deep neck muscles that run off to the side of the spine. They are essential for maintaining good neck posture, but they also aid in turning and tilting our head. So here's a really easy way to be able to release tightness in these muscles. So what I'm going to focus on first is drawing down one side shoulder. It doesn't matter which side that we start with because we're going to do this on both. But what you want to do is take the arm on that side, bend your elbow at 90 degrees, and then slide that arm across your lower back as much as you can. What you should feel is the shoulder and shoulder blade on that side being drawn down and a light stretch forming on the top of the shoulder that works towards the side of the neck. Once we feel that, we're going to hold that position and then slowly look upward towards the ceiling as much as we can. When we can't go any further, we're going to hold this position and now tilt our head towards the other side. Do this one slowly because you're going to feel a deep stretch form on the side of the neck working towards the top of the shoulder. Once you feel that, hold this position and then slowly turn your head and chin to look upward towards the ceiling. So I'm just kind of turning just like this. At this point, you're going to feel a great stretch pretty much throughout the whole neck. Hold this for about 15 to 20 seconds and then relax. Let me break it down one more time. We're going to take the arm, bend our elbow at 90 degrees, slide it across our back, look upward towards the ceiling, tilt our head away, slowly turn to look upward towards the ceiling. I would do that a couple times on both sides. You're probably going to find that one side just feels like it's the most tight and achy. At that point, keep building into that movement over and over again until you're not getting any more improvement or everything is nice and loose. The next muscle that we're going to target is called the Levator Scapulae, which runs from the top of the shoulder blade into the side of the neck towards the back of the ear. The main function of this muscle is to lift or elevate your shoulder blades, but it does aid in neck and head rotation. So it's really important that we don't overlook this muscle. To be able to release this muscle, we're going to do an exercise fittingly called the armpit sniffer. You can do this one standing or seated. So whatever side that you're having difficulty turning your head, let's say it's towards the right, with this muscle, we're actually going to start by turning our head towards the other side, the non-painful side. So just turn your head to look over that side shoulder as much as you can until you feel a light stretch form in the neck. Once you feel that, you're going to hold that, take the hand on the other side, hook the back of your head, and now slowly pull your chin towards the other side's armpit. Do this one slowly because you're going to feel a deep stretch form on your upper back that works towards the side of the neck, towards the back of your ear. Really focus on feeling it into the neck. Hold this comfortably about 20 seconds. You're going to release it, and then you're going to repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. Turn your head towards that painful side. If you notice that you have more pain-free range of motion after doing this exercise, the odds are that the levator scapula is contributing to your issue. And this is an exercise that I would use throughout the day to keep everything nice and loose. And for good measure, I would throw a couple repetitions in on that painful side, again, to focus on everything for the most amount of relief. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.